I want to share with you 3 tiny habits that I've included into my life over the past few years that have made the biggest difference. They've helped me improve as a musician, and they've really been lifesavers. Since I was younger, I've always had a tendency to be lazy and distracted, which held me back from making the progress I wanted in things like music and just life in general. So basically, for the past 5 days, I haven't done anything. There are people waiting for me to send them things. There are people waiting for me to reply to them. Over the years, I've tried so many things to try to overcome this. The internet makes it seem like there are always little hacks and productivity tips that will change your life. And I don't mean to just add more information to this, but I want to share these because nothing truly helped me except for these 3 things. The first one is something I really swear by. It's drawing a pie chart every single day. As that famous quote says, you can't improve what you don't measure. And this is a nice, fun little way to keep track of how you're spending your time. This is what I use as my daily schedule, and it's the only thing that has helped me not procrastinate because it helps you observe your day in a visual way. So the circle represents 24 hours, and I plan out my day as I would with any other calendar. Seeing the day in this visual format and drawing it out by hand really helps me commit to my schedule compared to other methods. I do also use Google Calendar to handle my longer term schedule and detailed appointments, but the beauty of making a pie chart every day is that it's not so easy to change your plan. And if you do, there is a little record of doing so. With digital calendars, it's just so easy to move things around and change your mind and delete something that you were going to do. It seems kind of funny, but sometimes I will try my best to stick to my schedule just so that I don't have to redraw these lines. And that little extra detail helps me stick to the original plan. This bit is a little extra, but I also love color coding these by category. On the side, I usually have a few things that I need to do during the day, and if I complete those, then I give myself a little star. Am I still in elementary school? Maybe, but it's a nice little incentive for me, and it makes a huge difference. I also want to mention that different seasons call for different types of priorities. In different seasons of my life, I realized that I was being lazy about paying attention to my family, being lazy about paying attention to my health. So it's not just about work and productivity. I've had pockets of time where I stopped making these pie charts, but I always seem to come back to them because it's a tiny little thing that you do each day, maybe not even every day, but whenever you feel like it, whenever you need to, and it helps remind you that every day, every hour is valuable. The next one is using a metronome. So this may not apply to you if you're not a musician, in which case, skip to the next one. I used to hate metronomes. I kind of still do, but I really appreciate having a little device that helps you keep track of the pulse. And instead of depending on it for my practice, I use it as sort of a tuning device. It's sort of like correcting my musical posture, my sense of rhythm, and it sets me up for the rest of my practice. Sometimes when I'm learning a piece and I'm playing it over and over again, I sort of lose touch with the overall pulse because I'm getting caught up with the details and I get lazy about remembering the overall feel of the piece. Practicing with the metronome also gives you a bit of momentum and structure to your routine. I use it for about 5 to 10 minutes a day, which really isn't much, but it helps me anchor my practice sessions. Something I recently realized is that there is a beauty to having a physical metronome. Not only is it fun to look at, but there is actual physical momentum that is there as you're practicing, and it's almost like having a practice companion, helping you keep accountable, helping you continue with your practice during those few minutes that you're using it. The next one is to use a timer while doing any type of work. So I use this little device here. It's a visual timer, very straightforward. Again, it's great to have something physical, but using any type of timer, whether it's on your phone or a digital timer, is also great. I know there are different approaches to this, for example, the Pomodoro method, but the way I use it varies from activity to activity. I don't really overthink it. A lot of times I'll just set it to 1 hour and I'll go to work. And the reason why this is so helpful is because a lot of times the first 5 to 10 minutes or so are extremely difficult because you're transitioning into this work. And it's during this period where a lot of times I'll want to just give up or decide to do something else. And if I have this going, I'm just reminded that only 5 or 10 minutes has passed. And just by having this, again, like a companion, it helps me keep accountable and it really helps me stick to it until that hour is up. Let me know in the comments which habits you swear by, and I will see you very soon in the next video.